Kennebec Valley Community College offers top-quality education to the people of Mid-Maine. With 38 degree and certificate programs, Kennebec Valley has consistently high job placement and clear pathways for transfer to four-year institutions.
Relax a little.
KVCC is accessible and affordable, with over 80% of our full-time students qualified for comprehensive financial aid packages. The faculty and staff at KVCC are focused on student success. All students are encouraged to pursue their dreams. It's time for you to pursue yours. Come in, visit the campus, talk to us. Let us help you get started.
Good morning to our alumni, trustees, faculty, staff, family members, friends, honored guests, and most especially to our graduates. Welcome to the Kennebec Valley Community College Commencement for the class of 2020. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the college's 50th Commencement exercise. Today marks completion of study for 377 students. We hold this ceremony to honor their achievements. With the global pandemic of COVID-19, we are living through turbulent times that have forced us to record this commencement and stream it online. My hope is that this broadcast format, however unconventional, will allow more of your friends and family to participate in this celebration. Let's be clear, we're living a moment in history. I know this has not been easy for many of you who have had to deal with your own life challenges at the same time, whether by being laid off from work, having to homeschool your children, care for elderly family members, adjust to online learning, or simply cope with the anxiety surrounding life in a pandemic. My heart goes out to all of those in our community who have been directly affected by COVID-19. Some have seen the loss of life, the loss of livelihood, the loss of family cohesion, and the rapid evaporation of social connections and celebrations such as weddings and birthdays. While everyone is affected and tested by the pandemic, some are feeling a disproportionate impact. It is important that we remain patient and kind to each other. Your warmth and compassion will help others to better cope with any hardships they are experiencing. Each spring semester, KVCC hosts a week known as Pass the Kindness. I ask each of you to continue that tradition from home and pass the kindness in any way that you can. We are living a moment in history, but it has given us a chance to see much goodness. Let us consider how lucky we are. We are fortunate in the timing of the transition that it allowed us to extend spring break to make the adjustments with little interruption in instruction. The faculty made tremendous adaptations practically overnight. Such a rapid shift in the delivery of education also required the support of the IT department to ensure that everyone had access to a laptop and the internet. The custodial staff made sure that the buildings and classrooms were appropriately sanitized. The administration ensured that student support services could continue in the new world of social distancing. Our Enrollment Services Center continues to register students for summer and fall courses and continues to admit new students for the fall semester. I'm immensely grateful to the faculty, staff, and students who made this transition as smooth as possible. In this moment in history, the KV community stepped up to help in many ways. The KV Food Pantry sought to ensure access to food, then helping students to identify alternative sources once our own food stock was fully distributed. We emptied the refrigerators and pantries of the KVCC Cafe, Salubrious, and the Culinary Arts program so that this food was available to our community. The Respiratory Therapy program donated its ventilators to local area hospitals. Personal protective equipment, what we now know as PPE, from our nursing and allied health programs was quickly gathered and distributed to hospitals in need. KVCC even provided its stock of carry-out containers from the cafe so that the local homeless shelter could continue to offer meals to go when seated dining was no longer possible. The KVCC security staff were instrumental in helping us to distribute these items in a safe manner. All of this was done because they care. This pandemic has shown our community to be full of selfless and empathic people. This moment in history has presented us with some big institutional challenges, such as how we address hands-on learning in the professions, technical trades, nursing, and healthcare fields. This is exceptionally important for the graduating seniors who had just a few weeks until the completion of their studies. Once again, the faculty stepped up. In some instances, faculty have been able to assess competencies or develop alternative methods of instruction and assessment. On Fridays, we now host a virtual gathering of faculty and staff. Each week, we share stories of KV student flexibility and ingenuity in adapting to new ways of learning and assessment. During this moment in history, many of you have taken the time to write words of support to me and other members of the KV team. Your expressions of hope, gratitude, and encouragement reminded us how extraordinary, tight-knit, and caring the KVCC community is. Today's graduates are entering this moment in history with credentials that make them better equipped to revive the economy, care for the sick, and build the new world. Your accomplishments at KV have helped you to develop specialized skills and insights that will move us forward. Your graduation at this moment in history offers us hopefulness. You will be better able to help our society heal, turning our fragility and uncertainty into progress. The 2020 graduating class of KVCC, in the words of psychiatrist George Valent, will remember the future so that we can make it through the present and find ourselves stronger and ready to invest in the days to come. This moment in history did not diminish you. It has given you enhanced perspective, strength, and the composure to face more and do more than you ever dreamed possible. This moment in history is expanding your own empathy and understanding. It is clarifying what inspires you and will reconnect you powerfully to the people who matter most. And today, graduates, you matter most. To the great class of 2020, we are very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you for giving us a brighter future. Stay safe, stay healthy, remain kind to each other. Now, let's begin the program. I would like to express my thanks to the Blue Hill Brass for their entertainment and processional music. The Blue Hill Brass first played at a KVCC commencement in 1999. This is their 21st year with us. I am pleased to now introduce the guests that you will hear from today. Special guest and commencement speaker, Congressman Jared Golden, Maine Community College System President David Degler, and the Chair of the Maine Community College System Board of Trustees, Jean Ginn-Marvin. Next, we have the speakers from KVCC, Academic Dean Kathy Engelhardt, Vice President Karen Normandin, member of the graduating class and the 2020 KVCC Student of the Year, Mason Peterson, KVCC's 2020 Distinguished Alumna, Evelyn Hirschfeld, and the Chair of the Kennebec Valley Community College Foundation, Dwight Littlefield. At this time, I want to thank all the members of the Maine Community College System and the Kennebec Valley Community College Foundation Board of Trustees, as well as members of the KVCC Alumni Council. I give gratitude and thanks to all of our graduating veterans and any veterans watching today. Thank you for your service to our country. I'm now pleased to introduce President David Degler, who will bring greetings from the Maine Community College System. Mr. Degler was named President of the Maine Community College System on January 21st, 2019. He served as Chief Financial Officer for the system from 2003 to 2019 and as Vice President from 2015 to 2019. He was also appointed Interim President for the Foundation for Maine's Community Colleges and previously served as Director of Finance at what was then Southern Maine Technical College. He has served the Maine Community College System for nearly 21 years. I want to personally thank him for his exemplary leadership during the current pandemic. He has worked tirelessly and thoughtfully to ensure that KVCC and all the colleges in the Maine Community College System remain strong and ready to meet the challenges ahead. Please welcome President David Degler.
To the graduates of Kennebec Valley Community College, I would like to be among the first to salute you. I am David Degler, President of the Maine Community College System, and I bring my deep and heartfelt congratulations from those of us throughout the entire system for all you have done and all you have accomplished to reach this momentous occasion. Like you, I wish we were here in person, but I am glad we have found a way to celebrate this occasion. Now forgive me for 1 minute, but I want to turn my attention to the faculty, staff, family members, and honored guests that are here with you. To the faculty, you have taught, encouraged, and supported this awesome class of graduates. You always have, but this year you rose to a larger challenge, unprecedented in every way, and you didn't blink. You came through, and without your commitment, this celebration might not have been possible. To the staff, your roles are equally important. You supported these students. You made sure our technology systems were up to the task. You made sure our buildings were clean and safe and available to those that needed them. You made sure our students got additional financial resources when they needed help. And you made sure that the college continued to do its fine work. Now to the family members and honored guests, you supported these students and helped them in immeasurable ways. You calmed their fears. You lifted their spirits. To all, I extend my heartfelt thanks, or more appropriately, my awe appreciation, for I am truly in awe of all of your effort and deeply appreciative of everything that you have done. Now, to the class of 2020. Congratulations. You studied hard. You've overcome immense challenges, and you are participating in this unique and special celebration because you persisted, you persevered, and you have overcome. You've learned technical skills. You've learned to analyze. You've learned to think deeply about a problem. You've learned to work collaboratively in a team, although more recently at an appropriate distance. And you've learned to shape your thoughts and analysis so it can be effectively communicated. You've also learned the important power of persistence. You came to this college with fears. You encountered challenges no one could be prepared for. And as you leave this celebration, you know that if you add heart and soul to the knowledge you have gained, there is nothing that can stop you. I offer this evidence to support my theory. Coronavirus has brought the entire world to its knees, but it did not keep you from this virtual stage. You deserve to be proud of your accomplishment. Share your challenges and your conquests with everyone you meet, and then encourage them to follow your lead. Maine will be better off if you do. Today is a day of celebration. Celebrate responsibly, but please do celebrate. Before I leave, I have one more thought to share with you. Commencement is a beginning, not an end. The world of work is changing, and it is now more likely to change faster than ever. Return here, learn more. As you begin your journey into the world of work, consider this college your lifelong partner. If you do, you will become more than you are today. You'll become more than you ever dreamed you could be. Thank you, and again, congratulations.
I am now pleased to introduce Trustee Jean Ginn-Marvin, who will bring greetings from the Maine Community College System Board of Trustees. Trustee Ginn-Marvin is the chair of the Maine Community College System Board of Trustees and the owner and innkeeper at the Nonantum Resort. Please welcome Maine Community College System Trustee Chair Jean Ginn-Marvin.
On behalf of my colleagues on the Maine Community College System Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to be here today to extend congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. Commencements are a day of celebration. It is an opportunity for all of us here today to share with you and your families an accomplishment that is of great significance. An accomplishment that reaffirms the belief that Maine people are willing to work hard to achieve their dreams. Forever, you will be known as the class that graduated the year of the pandemic. You were forced to endure challenges that no other class in the history of the Maine Community College system has come up against. You showed us all that grit and determination allow people to do the impossible and that everything is figure-outable. The degree or certificate you will receive today is a symbol of your success, and your accomplishments are a testimony not only to your desire and intelligence, but also the skills and support of the faculty and staff of this fine college. We all take great pride in knowing that we were able to contribute in some small way to your success. Again, on behalf of the trustees, I wish each of you the very best in your future.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Trustee Dwight Littlefield, Chair of the Kennebec Valley Community College Foundation Board of Trustees. Mr. Littlefield received his bachelor's degree from the University of Maine at Presque Isle. For the last 23 years, he has held a variety of roles in the education field, including 2 years at Chimbro as their training manager and 16 years with Jobs for Maine's graduates. He has spent 5 years at the Department of Education and is currently the State Director for Career and Technical Education. The KVCC Foundation is a nonprofit corporation that raises resources to support scholarships for KVCC students in need. The KVCC Foundation today has an endowment of $4.2 million and issues more than $220,000 per year in scholarships and student employment opportunities. Please welcome the Chair of the KVCC Foundation, Mr. Dwight Littlefield.
Good morning and congratulations. On behalf of the KVCC Foundation Board of Trustees, I want to congratulate you on your accomplishment. The mission of the KVCC Foundation is to engage supporters to invest in students, faculty, and programs to empower individuals to build stronger communities. What that means is that beyond your instructors, friends, and family, there are several individuals on the KVCC Foundation Board of Trustees who volunteer their time and represent many area organizations to help support you and future KVCC students. You may not be aware when the KVCC Foundation may have purchased a piece of equipment for your program or helped to support one of your classmates with gas money, childcare, or even a scholarship. Every request for support for the foundation is different, and every challenge a student faces is unique. Our goal is that our quiet efforts to help students overcome some of the many obstacles they face, we hope that such support gives students the confidence to continue to succeed and to make our community stronger. We hope that someday you too will support the KVCC Foundation or help a future student in need. As we continue to navigate through this current COVID-19 situation, I am confident that the education you have received from KVCC has not only taught you how to adapt and continue to move forward, but has also prepared you to step forward as leaders as we all navigate this crisis. Best of luck to you as you embark on your next journey. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the KVCC 2020 Student of the Year, Mason Peterson. Mason is a graduate of the Liberal Studies program and will provide remarks on behalf of the graduating class. There were 12 finalists, all of whom are remarkable students. We are delighted to have Mason deliver this year's commencement address. Please join me in welcoming Student of the Year, Mason Peterson.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge today's speakers. President Hopper, President Dagler, MCCS Trustee Jean Jen Marvin, KVCC Trustee Dwight Littlefield, Distinguished Alumni Evie Hertzfeld, and the Honorable Jared Golden. I thank you all for being here and for supporting the KVCC family. First and foremost, congratulations to the KVCC graduates of 2020 for the extraordinary stamina and grit that has led you to this moment. While I certainly wish it were feasible for us to be sharing this moment together, our physical distance should have no bearing on your incredible achievements. No matter the circumstances, today is your day to celebrate. And I'm thrilled to be one of you. Second, to our friends, families, and loved ones, we thank you all for stepping up and for being there for us during our studies, and particularly now during this challenging time. Without you, our success would hardly be possible. Third, to the KVCC faculty, staff, and administration, I would say thank you for working tirelessly these past several months, but I have no doubt that you all are still very tired. So for braving that wilderness and working endless hours to ensure our progress and dedicating an absurd amount of time to Zoom meetings, we thank you. You are the defining examples of what it means to be a community. And finally, to the entire spectrum of essential workers at KVCC, across Maine, across the country, and across the world, we thank you all so much for sacrificing your time, your health, and your security so that our society remains functional. Such powerful and immeasurable sacrifices do not go unseen and are deeply appreciated. Now, if I'm being honest, I was at first very unsure of what to say during this commencement address. I kept thinking to myself, how on earth are you supposed to do this? How are you supposed to come up with the right words of hope and inspiration, especially during a time when hope and inspiration feel, at times, inaccessible? These questions continue to occupy me. Because I consider myself a storyteller, I tend to answer difficult questions using narrative and language. So, like any well-learned scholar of 2020, I Googled the word commencement to find a clear definition that might capture the groundbreaking inspiration I would like to articulate. And it turns out that wasn't helpful, because the word commencement means a beginning or start. It wasn't helpful because today doesn't really feel like the beginning or the end. This historic moment reminds us of how easy it is to become fixed on the next phase, the next beginning, and to hastily anticipate when the end finally arrives. Interestingly, the in-between is scarcely acknowledged. Beginnings come with such inviting synonyms: dawn, rise, emergence, kickoff, debut. Endings are just the same, if not with a bittersweet undertone. Resolution, closing, finale. There are few satisfying words to describe in the in-between. But why? I believe it's because the in-between is that special place in time where there are too many and yet not enough words to try and capture its meaning. It is the midpoint of a trajectory. The in-between is the inevitable on the path to a destination. But it can often feel arbitrary and subjective. Expressed in another way, it is a moment in time filled with instability and uncertainty. While our instinct is often to await or rush to the next beginning, and then eagerly anticipate another moment of resolution, rushing to stops, starts, and midpoints does not seem like a wholesome way to live life. Here's the great news, though. The instability and uncertainty of the in-between is where we become ourselves. But such uncertainty requires intense vulnerability. If there's one word that might best describe the human experience right now, the word vulnerability would probably be an appropriate choice. I'm sure none of us needs to be reminded that this moment we are living in is filled with instability and uncertainty. Today we are all living in that messy, unstable, and uncertain in-between. We are now sharing that space in between. Yet this moment in time is also very special. Communities in Maine and all around the globe are working to save many lives, uplifting those who are in dire need, and building innovative solutions to new and very real problems. This time is special because we have seen how, despite the unstable and uncertain future, human beings have the enormous propensity for positive action and for creating their own meaning out of uncertainty. All of us here are intimately familiar with uncertainty, especially as we graduate and enter into our new beginning. Most importantly, I believe that each of us knows what it means to be a human being during this time. That is why it is so vital that we avoid the temptation to separate and disengage. Because what makes the in-between so special is exactly what makes the uncertain become more certain. Our willingness to connect with each other based upon our shared experiences and caring for each other at our most vulnerable moments. These are only ideas if we don't uphold them with action. Vulnerability is messy. Finishing college, applying for a new job, getting the job, not getting the job, being a loved one to someone else who is struggling, or being that person who struggles. These are the messiest parts of our existence. But as Dr. Brené Brown teaches us, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. Vulnerability is exactly what we need if we want to get through this period of uncertainty, this in-between. I am comforted to know that we are not alone, but that we are all being vulnerable and experiencing vulnerability together. So, to my fellow graduates, here is my groundbreaking inspiration. Be vulnerable. Embrace it. Own it. Fail at it 100 times and try again 100 more. I do it all the time. Live in the mess. Don't ever be afraid to reach out and ask for support during your time of need. And don't ever be afraid to be the one who reaches out first. Because you never really know when someone else needs you to be that example. If we embrace our vulnerability together, if we can envision this calling, and if we can make vulnerability a core value in our collective struggle towards certainty, then we can start to realize a world where the uncertain and the unstable have evolved from the messiness and into welcomed opportunities for growth. If we do this, then we will perhaps understand that we are not victims of uncertainty. Instead, we are its masters. So to my fellow graduates of the class of 2020, congratulations. We did it. Now wash your hands.
I'm now honored to introduce today's keynote speaker, Congressman Jared Golden. Congressman Golden grew up in Leeds, a small rural town in Maine's 2nd Congressional District. After the September 11 attacks, Congressman Golden enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. He served 4 years in the military as an infantryman, deploying to Afghanistan in 2004 and Iraq in 2005 and 6. When Congressman Golden returned from service, he used the benefits he had earned in the military to attend Bates College in Lewiston. While in college, he returned to Afghanistan as a volunteer school teacher. In 2011, Congressman Golden began serving as a staff member on the U.S. Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee for Senator Susan Collins. In 2014, Congressman Golden was first elected to represent Lewiston in the Maine House of Representatives. He helped pass legislation to help homeless veterans get back on their feet, fought for union workers' rights and access to workers' compensation benefits, and advocated for passenger rail services in Maine to help grow and strengthen local communities. In the Maine State Legislature, Congressman Golden was chosen by his peers to serve as the Democratic Assistant Majority Leader in 2016. In 2018, he was elected to serve the people of Maine's 2nd District in the U.S. Congress. He serves on the House Armed Services Committee and on 2 of its subcommittees, Sea Power and Projection Forces and Tactical Air and Land Forces. He also serves on the House Small Business Committee and is the chairman of the SBC's Contracting and Infrastructure Subcommittee. He currently lives in Lewiston with his wife, Isabel. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Golden.
Thanks for the introduction, President Hopper, and thanks for the good work you do leading KVCC. I know these are strange circumstances, but it's great to be with you all. Amid all the uncertainty and bad news recently, it's great to focus on some good news and celebrate well-deserved accomplishments. While none of us thought we'd be watching this ceremony on a computer screen, nothing can take away the hard work that you put in to get to this day. I know that for many of you, starting this process wasn't an easy choice. Many of you work full-time jobs on top of classes, you care for kids at home, and deal with a million other things that made getting to this moment both more challenging, but also more rewarding. But you weren't the only ones sacrificing. If we were all together in a traditional ceremony, I would ask for a standing ovation for the parents, kids, coworkers, friends, and other loved ones who made today possible. You know, I've only been a congressman for a little over a year. This is actually my first college commencement speech. And when I was thinking about what to say, what advice I wanted to give, it made me think of my own life experience. First, I'll tell you a little bit about my story. Finishing college was not a given for me. I left college early to join the Marines after 9/11, serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. By the time I got back to Maine 4 years later, getting back in the classroom wasn't on my radar. I didn't come home with a plan. I just knew that I needed a job and a place to live. I found a job at a motor home dealership and made enough to get by. As I adjusted to life back home, I later learned I was struggling with post-traumatic stress. For me, that struggle was just a reality in life and something to overcome. But it wasn't easy, and I got help from others along the way. I had a hard time in college. I played catch-up academically while working nights and weekends, and I was anxious to get it over with and just get back to work. But I worked hard, and I made it out the other side with a degree. Of course, my experience isn't unique. I'm sure many of you have similar experiences. Like me, some of you might not have started out on a straight and narrow path to a college degree. Maybe you got here after taking care of your family, working other jobs, and getting your feet under you. It's been hard, no doubt, and I'm here to tell you that's a blessing. The degree you're earning today, whether in welding or respiratory therapy or electrical line work or something else, is an important part of your education, but it's not the most important part. The life education that you've had, the searching and the persevering and the sacrificing that you've done before and during your time here at KVCC, that's what will set you up for success after graduation. A rigorous practical education like you've received here at KVCC and a rigorous life experience like I know many of you have lived is a powerful combination, and you should be proud of it. You should also be hopeful. Even in the face of an economic downturn, you're well prepared. KVCC educated nurses, healthcare workers, electrical line workers, and other professions are some of the most respected and needed in Maine. Many of you now have the hard skills you need to be indispensable in this crisis. But regardless of how well prepared you are, the world that you're graduating into is different from the one that existed when you started. Many of our friends and family are losing their jobs or their businesses. We're fighting an unpredictable new virus, and no one really knows what the economy or the public health crisis will look like at the end of this summer, let alone a year from now. Some of you are part of my generation, one that has already gone through 9/11 and the Great Recession. We're no strangers to struggle, and we know that success can be fragile. But we also know how to make it through hard times. That's been our life education. We now face another recession, quite possibly larger than the last. We need to dig deep into what we've learned. We're going to turn out to be a pretty tough bunch when all of this is over, ready to help the next generation as they navigate their own challenges in life. I know that you can do it. I'd like to thank President Hopper for inviting me to speak with you today, and thank the faculty and staff for their excellent work, particularly through these past few months. To those of you graduating today, and to the parents out there, to the kids, partners, friends, and so many others who made this day possible, please accept my sincere congratulations on your remarkable achievement.
Now, Karen Normandin, KVCC Vice President of Student Affairs, Public Relations, and Enrollment Planning, will present the Aaron Levine and Fred Whitney Awards.
Good morning. The Aaron Levine Outstanding Student Award is given in memory of Aaron Levine, a Maine State Senator. In 1967, through the 104th Legislature, Senator Levine spearheaded the appropriation of funds through the Maine Department of Education to provide post-secondary vocational programs at Kennebec Valley Vocational Technical Institute on a 3-year experimental basis, utilizing the Waterville Regional Vocational Center at Waterville High School. The Aaron Levine Outstanding Student Award is given to a student who has demonstrated citizenship and has been actively involved in campus and community projects. This student must have demonstrated leadership in addition to technical knowledge. This year's recipients of the award are Joseph Frechette from the Business Administration Program and Abby Pelletier from the Nursing Program. Congratulations to Joe and to Abby. This next award is the Fred Whitney Award. Fred Whitney was the first director of the Kennebec Valley Vocational Technical Institute from 1970 to 1973. The Fred Whitney Award is given to a student who, through personal sacrifice, perseverance, and determination, has demonstrated scholastic achievement and the ability to overcome personal obstacles while at Kennebec Valley Community College. This year, 2 students were selected for this award. The first student, Bethany Charles, is from the Physical Therapy Assistant Program, and Norman Keeling from the Precision Machining Technology Program. Congratulations to Bethany and Norman. Thank you very much.
I'm pleased to present the Bernard A. King Awards. This award is given in memory of Bernard King, who led this college from 1973 to 1984. His dedication, enthusiasm, and commitment served as driving forces behind the growth and development of this institution. It is most fitting, then, that this award is presented for academic excellence, dedication, and sincerity, and is given to a degree-seeking student earning the highest grade point average at Kennebec Valley Community College upon graduation. This year, the Associate Degree King Award is presented to a 2020 graduate of the Sustainable Agriculture Program, Jessica Nicole Cook. This year, the Certificate King Award is presented to a 2020 graduate of the Electrical Line Worker Program, Spencer Colby Richardson. It is now my pleasure to present the Distinguished Alumni Award. It has become a tradition at KVCC to recognize at commencement a graduate who has distinguished himself or herself in a chosen career. I am pleased to announce the Kennebec Valley Community College 2020 Distinguished Alumna is a 1986 graduate of the KVCC nursing program and has also been a dedicated nursing faculty member at Kennebec Valley Community College for 20 years, Evelyn Hirschfeld. Evie continued her education at the University of Maine and obtained her bachelor's degree in nursing in 1998 and a master's in nursing in 2001. Evie introduced health simulation to the college and developed the Nursing Skills Lab into critical thinking learning opportunities for students. She's an advanced cardiac life support instructor, a member of the Sigma Theta Tau International Honor Society of Nursing, a member of the American Association of Critical Care Nurses, and a certified nursing educator. This distinguished alumna demonstrates values of responsibility, integrity, and respect. She is a responsible faculty member who promotes the highest standards for her students and the nursing program at KVCC. She is always willing to give of her time in order to help students. She has worked extremely hard for the last 20 years as a nursing instructor. Her enthusiasm and passion for nursing and her dedication to nursing students is unparalleled. It is my distinct honor to present the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award to KVCC 1986 alumna, Evie Hirschfeld.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, faculty, and class of 2020. I'm extremely honored to be receiving the Distinguished Alumni Award. I'm grateful for the recognition I have received for my work as a nursing educator at Kennebec Valley Community College. Serving this community has been a joy and a privilege for me in my role as an educator for the past 21 years. Being a past graduate of this nursing program has led me to the place where I stand today. Winning this award would not have been possible without the wisdom and inspiration that I received from my colleagues, for whom I have the deepest respect and for whom I derived the strength to challenge myself to perform at my peak potential during my tenure. I've faced several challenges, but each one of them has strengthened me to become the educator I am today, a professional, caring individual that always set her eyes on the goal and didn't lose sight of it until it was achieved. As a nurse, I've always considered it an honor to help patients navigate life's greatest challenges when they were ill or injured. As a nursing educator, I believe it's our job to inspire, to mentor, to encourage students to learn, grow, and truly embrace the art of nursing, the caring essence. As they say, nursing is not just a profession. It's a mission, not just a means of living, but a means of making others live. I'm sure that there are very few people in our country whose lives haven't been touched by the comfort and reassurance that a nurse provides every hour of the day, every day of the year. The important work of a nurse creates and nurtures an intimate bond with the patient and the family through constant caring presence while providing hands-on care. Probably at the forefront of all of our minds today is the current pandemic that has changed life as we know it. Despite the risks of this highly contagious coronavirus, the nursing students and faculty at this college recently went into the clinical settings in area hospitals, joining the nursing workforce. Without hesitation, the faculty and nursing students provided patient care during this pandemic. Some of you may ask why. The answer is simple. Because this is the work of a nurse. This is what we do. As rightly stated by Dr. Abdul Kaleem, difficulties in your life do not come to destroy you, but to help you realize your hidden potentials and inner strength and power. Let difficulties know that you too are difficult. In conclusion, I want to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. You've worked so hard to get to this point, the end of the program, your graduation. Stand proud. Keep making great choices. Keep caring. Keep working hard. Keep learning. But most of all, keep choosing what is right. Thank you very much.
Finally, the moment has arrived, the awarding of the degrees to the graduating class of 2020. This is a wonderful tradition that celebrates the hard work and determination of students who have achieved so much. KVCC Class of 2020, this is your day to be recognized as an academic, as a college graduate, and as someone who has the tools and motivation to succeed. I'm extremely proud of you all. I am deeply honored to be here and have the privilege to confer your degrees. I would like to ask Kathy Engelhardt, KVCC Academic Dean, to please come forward for the presentation of the candidates.
To all members of the class of 2020, let me offer my congratulations to you at this moment of completion and accomplishment. Dr. Hopper, on the recommendation of the faculty of Kennebec Valley Community College and upon confirmation by the registrar, I commend to you these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements necessary to receive their respective degrees or academic certificates.
Graduates, please stand. The faculty has recorded that you have completed the prescribed curriculum in your chosen field of study. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Maine Community College System, I confer upon you the academic credential which you have earned. The Associate in Arts degree, the Associate in Science degree, the Associate in Applied Science degree, and the Academic Certificate, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. KVCC faculty member Dr. Mark Cavanaugh will now read the name of each graduate.
Advanced Emergency Care, Associate in Applied Science degree, Christopher Lawrence Cox.
Luz Maria Cida Libby.
Aaron Elwood Smeltzer. Heather Irene Wiley. Chase Wynn. Paramedic Certificate. Jessica Ray Clark. Applied Electronics and Computer Technology, Associate in Applied Science degree. Alexander Casas. Noah Gregory Cowan. Jacob David Lachon. Sean Paul Leclerc. Salix Munizero. Brandon Donald Tardif. Applied Engineering Technology, Associate in Applied Science degree. Cody John Macedo. Jonathan Everett Medore. Michael Ross McCarthy. Biological Sciences, Associate in Science degree. William Charles Hayes. Benin Mohammed Hobi. Business Administration, Associate in Applied Science degree. Colleen Carter. Scott Conningford, Jr. Jana Lee Claudette Dennison. Christy R. Drew. Desiree Marie Frappier. Joseph Jonathan Frechette. Elizabeth Marie Green. Nicholas Daniel Howard. Daniel Merton Lightbody. Connor McFarland. Anik Munizero. Jennifer Ann Nirza. Lauren Elizabeth Patry. Tia Marie Pomerleau. Michael Colin Ross. Jonathan Michael Seller. Angel Lee Spencer. Shyla Marie White. Career Services, Associate in Applied Science degree. Alan Merton Ayers. Culinary Arts, Associate in Applied Science degree. Sierra Nicole Baldwin Powell. Mitchell David Chavez Catron. Dustin Elliott Edwards. Gavin Charles Green. Sarah Noel James. Melanie Joyce Pond. Shauna Lee Toothaker. Garrett Dana Young. Early Childhood Education, Associate in Applied Science degree.
Samantha May Antworth.
Mariah Paige Blanchard. Aspen Taya Bryson. Shania Lynn Carl. Rusha Cassiani. Jada Devin Gauthier. Kayla Mary Guinard. Savannah Paige Hartford. Crystal Marie Hillman. Caitlin Marie Hodges. Sandra Lee Jarvis. Sarah Marie Kinney. Alyssa Rose Lavoie. Savannah Virginia Lightbody. Jessie Marie McDade. Samantha Ann Marshall. Cassidy Louise McGuire. Heather Dawn Mundell. Audrey Catherine O'Connor. Desiree Rose Oliver. Chris Felipe. Anissa Marie Stowe. Jamie Lynn Thomas. Janet Lena Washburn. Corey Rose White. Electrical Line Worker Technology Certificate. Hunter Allen Bate. Grant Ethan Benson. Cameron John Dall. Corbin Gerald Dostie. Christopher James Farnsworth. Dylan Andrew Gagnon. Kyle Scott Heikkinen. Aiden Michael Lauder. Ryan Martell. Chase Adams McKenney. Christian William Mulcahy. Lucas Scott Murray. Brandon John Pelletier. Jordan Ronald Perkins. Daniel Patrick Randolph. Spencer Colby Richardson. Connor Marvin Roberts. Alexander Joseph Stafford. Austin Edward Wright. Electrical Technology Associate in Applied Science degree. Kyle Jacob Anderson. Amanda Karen Beth Barnes. Daniel Eric Bissell. Jeremy Roland Cody. Logan Jeffrey Dennis. Ryan Jacob Douglas. Tanner Blaine Dow. Noah James Dougal. Roy Justin Garland. Alexander Lester Gilbert. Brock Glidden. Tyler Craig Goslin. Cameron Bailey Harkins. Todd Allen Henderson. Edward Hoyt. Wayne Anthony Ireland. Remington Thomas Lassard. David Joseph McElvain II.
Brody Liam McKenzie.
Aaron Mitchell McLaughlin. Jason Tyler Monterio. Michael Edwin Mountain. Braden A. Noonan. Kyle Matthew Patton. Matthew Addison Phillips. Isaac Elijah Strud. Bailey M. Williams. Energy Services and Technology, Associate in Applied Science degree. Isaac Robert Dugal. Christopher Joseph Jacques. Connor Isaac Manter. Gordon Rogers. Bryce Allen Rosansky. General Science, Associate in Science degree. Amanda Jane Andrews Goudreau. Cora Lee Rael Berger. Kate Marie Grams. Tyler David Lounsbury. Ashley Renee Matthew. Olivia Hope Moody. Lise Monazero. Patience Munazero. General Studies, Associates in Arts degree. Hannah Marie Atwood. Vincent Bernardini. Catherine Inez Brand. Malia A. Daniels. Stephanie B. Foucher. Samuel Thomas Fournier. Michelle Lee Johnson. David McAndrew. Derek Paul McLaughlin. Bonnie Sue Melville. Brittany Lynn Noble. Sarah Katrina Pastio. Deidre Danielle Parrott. Madison Haley Roy. Erica Stacy Sanderson. Rebecca Marie Wickman. Amelia Cora Wild. Michelle Claire Young. Health Information Management, Associate in Applied Science degree. Kristen Emily Allen. Heather D. Briquette. Stephanie Lynn Bramigan. Nicole Paige Clark. Jody Ann Cunningham. Allison Renee Durant. Cynthia Jo Ann Foster. Anissa May Lavasser. Flor de Maria Merritt. Sadie Marilyn Paulette. Cindy Jean Perkins. Eric Christopher Ryder. Nora Elizabeth Sauer. Health Information Technology, Associate in Applied Science degree. Brittany Jean Churchill. Shelley Lynn Edgecombe. Health Science Certificate. Isabella Adam. Silas Fleetwood Coffin. Nathan Joseph Davis.
Gail Lynn Getchell.
Kyla Rose Kimball. Darren Robert Lester Gilbert. Journey Goman. Jamie Lynn Green. Lisa Marie Jordan. Molly Ray McKenzie. Alexis Nicole Parody. David Robert Russell. Mackenzie Sky Seward. Sydney Anne Marie Sidois. Taylor Staples. Kaylee Ray Tibbetts. Sarah Catherine Washburn. Liberal Studies, Associate in Arts degree. Warren Thomas Ackerman. Danielle Lori O'Jerry. Elizabeth Joy Bacon. Nikki Lynn Boucher. Christian Bradford. Laura May Burden. Amarist Helena Charland. Denise Marie Cleveland, Brittany Lee Davis, Talitha Ann Gorno, Justice Michael Hodges, Emily Kate Keating, Kaylin Kelsey, Jasmine Elaine Murray, Mason Connor Ray Peterson, Alexis Jordan Sack, Brady Jason Shorey, Marina Ariana Stefanese, Christy Strauss, Zacharias Navel Tirado, Andrew George Worthen, Medical Assisting, Associate in Applied Science degree, Emily Rose Batty, Cody Renee Billings, Alishani Jaylene Brannigan, Isabella Rose Connolly, Heather Marie Dyer, Crystal Rose Haskell, Salam Elise Heinrich, Rachel Marie Lapointe, Jessica Brooke Lee, Renee Rose McDonald, Jasmine Patricia Moody, Judith Ann Ogden, Ashley Grace Reynolds, Casey J. Rodrigue, Allie Elizabeth Stevens, Dominique Lillian Velezque, Nicole Marie Wilson, Medical Assisting Certificate, Cassidy Elizabeth Benner, Carmen R. Bragg, Nicole Carolyn Heath, Suzanne Laffin, Ashley Nicole Layton, Summer Grace Libby, Rayanne Michael Long, Megan E. McFarland, Rebecca May McEachern Gorman, Tori Georgette Moulton, Courtney Willett, Catherine Nadine Pitcher, Mary Allison Price, Kaylee Elaine Ross, Haley Lakshmi Singh, Megan Lee Witham, Mariah Danielle Wren, Medical Coding Certificate, Micah Sela Allen, Mental Health Associate in Applied Science degree, Yvonne Lee Boothby Rich, Hannah Ray Brown, Stephanie Renee Caswell, Crystal L. Crowell, Pamela K. Davis, Brianne Elise DeMerchant, Kaylee Marie Eaton, Corinna May Heward, Jessica Lynn Jensen, Gloria C. Kinney, Cassandra Lynn LePage, Chelsea A. Lewis, Emma Sue Mahurin, Catherine Ann Prue, Daphne Lynn Simpson, Robin Marie Stanwood, Julie Stevens, Jordan Page Sullivan, Stephanie Hawkins Vinson, Mental Health Certificate, Lee Ann Chapman, Nursing Associate in Science degree, Kayla Marie Albert, Sierra Caitlin Bailey, Molly Christina Beal Bafia,
Monique Marie Belisle,
Michelle Evangeline Caminos, Jennifer Joyce Cloutier, Rebecca Ann Cook, Mercedes Alexa DeBowie, Eliza Goodhart Deneau, Caitlin Michelle Durkee, Madeline Lilia Fortin, Kimberly Marie Gibbs, Krista Lynn Gamola, Emily Sherman Gower, Haley Page Green, Jamie Lynn Hill Spotswood, Linda Irene Hoyt, Stephen Todd Lackey, Leanna Elizabeth Laws, Trina Lemieux, Justel Kathleen Libby, Brial Justin Marston, Kara Ray McClellan, Bailey Ella Nassa, Heather Denise Neal, Jessica Lynn Nicky, Jonathan James Patterson, Samantha Lee Patterson, Heather Danielle Peasley, Abby Lynn Pelletier, Shelby Lynn Peterson, Sophia Joy Quirian, Jacob Philip Richards, Kyle David Smith, Alicia Lynn Snowman, Jenna Marie Vining, Jared Joseph Wider, Tiffany Blanche Wilson, Anna Elizabeth Wing, Occupational Therapy Assistant, Associate in Applied Science degree, Jacqueline Paris Awalt, Amelia Chambers, Kayla Vivian Fairfield, Anna Diane McKenney, Karen Patricia No, Morgan Willette Foss, Michelle Renee Pinkham, Tracy Ann Pomerleau, April Lynn Randall, Jenny Lynn Richards, Stacy Lorraine Spatcher, Megan Christy Stimson. Phlebotomy certificate, Crystal Lynn Brown, Ayana Brine Kane, Lacey May Lehman, Jennifer Melissa Morris, Haley Rayanne Redemarker, Physical Therapist Assistant, Associates in Applied Science degree, Kelsey Catherine Beloris, Derek Payne Brotherton, Cody Brown, Bethany Ruth Charles, Justin Anthony Chiaravaletti, Jessica Deemers, Carolee Friend, Nicole May Hunt, Olivia Laura Jameson, Samuel J. Kostuski, Lillian Bell Morissette, Rachel Vivian Pease, Ruth Esther Pelletier, Megan Ann Quinlan, Erin Elizabeth Savage, Jillian Nicole Waddell, Precision Machining Technology, Associate in Applied Science degree, Kenneth Joseph Bassford, Tyler Mark Quartermash, Claire Elizabeth Jerry, David William Hughes, Norman George Kaling, Matthew Roger Martin, Mackenzie Lynn Stevenson, Seth Joseph Terrio,
John Jefferson Wallace.
Precision Machining Technology Certificate, Noah Alexander Breams, Operator Certificate, Andrew Tristan Burgess, Ernest Joseph Sear, Donald Charles Decker, Deacon Scott Dow, Colt Jeffrey Grass, Jackson W. Greenlaw, Uchenna Kimaze Wiajungwa, Gabrielle Foster Kingsbury, Chelsea Lynn Noden, Cheyenne Sage Nowak, Bailey Peterson, David Eldred Small, Jonathan Eric White, Justin White, Benjamin Richard Whitish, Jenna Dawn Zahner. Psychology, Associate in Science degree, Molly E. Greenier, Sierra Marie Walker. Radiologic Technology, Associate in Science degree, Tate Alexandria Beatty, Michaela Ann Boucher, Adele Louise Matheson Svetkovsky, Teresa Jean Edgecombe, Stephen Peter Thomas Goulet, Marissa Lynn Hawes, Christy Lynn Ireland, Alyssa Ann Lagasse, Abigail Christine Loisel, Nathan Gabrielle Lynch, Anthony Scott Mitchell, Kimberly Marie Nelson, Paige Delia O'Neill, Michael Marcel Perret, Sarah Lynn Phillips, Grace Megan Paulus, Brittany M. Thibodeau, Ashley Gabrielle Worstler, Respiratory Therapy Associate in Science degree, Sydney Paige Cummings, Cortland Marie Gale Davis, Jacqueline Jean Embleton, Sean Patrick Gribus, James Christopher Heward, Heather May Huntington, Seth Johnson, Casey Joe Johnston, Caitlin Melissa McLaughlin, Sustainable Agriculture Associates in Applied Science degree, Jessica Nicole Cook, Ruth Gwendolyn Hutner, Camilla Sadie Jones, Matthew Douglas Smith, Caitlin E. Thurston, Sustainable Construction Associates in Applied Science degree, Joshua Lawrence Bro, George David Algas, Seth Allen Leeknitz, Amber O'Burl, Gregory Reed Perkins, Welding Certificate, David John Hreben, Jacob Neil Kirschner, Drew Harold Coles, Brandon Isaac Rhett Lacroix, Caleb Ladd, Alan Langley, Chantel Marie, Sabrina Jean Mariner, Akram Muhammad, Noah Caleb Nickerson, Matthew Kevin Reed, Justin David Trott, Alexander James Yotides, Jonathan Paul Zach.
Graduates, please stand. It's time to turn those tassels. Please join me in congratulating the graduates of the class of 2020. You have lived a moment in history.